Now let's take a look at the heart structure. The heart has a right side and a left side. These two sides are completely separated by a thick wall of tissue called a septum, just like how we have a septum that separates our two nostrils. And now it's important that these two sides are completely separated because the left side of the heart is full of oxygen-rich blood, while the right side of the heart is full of oxygen-poor blood. And we don't want the two different bloods mixing together. And then each side has two compartments or chambers. So the left side of the heart has an upper chamber called the atrium and a lower chamber called the ventricle, and so does the right side. Atria is responsible for receiving blood that enters the heart. The right atrium receives oxygen-poor blood coming to the heart from the body, while the left atrium is full of oxygenated blood that is being pumped throughout our body. The lower two chambers are each called a ventricle. Each ventricle pumps blood out of the heart. So now if we look down, we also have major veins and arteries. And so the aorta is the major artery of the heart. And a good trick to remember is that artery begins with A, and all arteries are bringing blood away from the heart. So when you think of artery, think away. So the aorta carries blood from the right ventricle to the body. So remember, this is oxygenated blood being delivered from the heart to the body. The left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs, while the left ventricle pumps oxygen-rich blood to all parts of the body. Then if we look below, we have our septum separating the right and the left chambers so as to not mix our oxygen-rich blood and our oxygen-poor blood. The right ventricle pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs. The right atrium receives blood from the lungs that is oxygen-poor and high in carbon dioxide. And then if we look up, we have the vena cava. The vena cava brings oxygen-poor blood from the body to the heart.